So next on the show, I want to take a look at a film that, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the best films of this year. It's a film called Red Rocket, and let's just say that when I first went into this film, I wasn't sure what to expect, especially when the publicist who was there at the screening said, "Oh, this is like an A24 film," and that to me almost had alarm bells ringing because, as you'll know, if you have been following my reviews, I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with A24. Some of their films I really love. Other of their films, I think they go over the top to try and make them a little bit different to anything else that's out there. And in doing so, they've killed some good ideas along the way. But I have to say, Red Rocket is totally brilliant. It revolves around a character called Mikey, played by Simon Rex, and he is a washed-up porn star. His best days are behind him. His life is in tatters. He hasn't got a house. He hasn't got any money. He turns up on the doorstep of his ex-wife, Lexi, played by Brie Elrod, needing somewhere to crash because he's basically got nowhere to go. Now, her and her mum both want him out of there as quickly as possible, and Mikey starts to try and come up with some ideas about how he can get his career started again. And what really kicks into gear is when he meets Strawberry, played by Susanna Sun, a young girl who works in the local ice cream parlor. Now, Mikey, in his mind, develops the idea that if he can get her to do porn with him, then his career will be restarted because she's innocent looking, she's cute, and he thinks that she's absolutely perfect for what he needs. Now, it's debatable whether or not he actually does develop feelings for her. I say that he does, but at the same time, he's such a shyster, he can't tell the difference between those feelings and wanting to use her to get his career back on track. To me, this film is some of the best screenwriting I think I've seen in cinema for a long, long time. It's directed and written by Sean Baker and also Chris Bannock. And I don't know how to say this. This film is just brilliant. As a lot of you will know out there, I've been a really, really big fan of Sean Baker's. I've loved his film Tangerine. I loved Florida Project. And now I love Red Rocket. This film kind of continues on from those films in the sense that it really does have Sean Baker making a comment about current American life, what it's like living in America. But he does it in such a way where he doesn't need to preach at you. He does it through creating these really, really interesting characters who you can't help but liking in a sense. And some of the things they do are kind of morally wrong, but you can't help but liking them. You do genuinely feel sorry for Mikey in this film. You can't help not liking him because there's just something about him as a character that you want to see him succeed. He's going through a lot of rough things, and you completely understand where Lexi and her mum are coming from. This guy is back in their life after ruining elements of Lexi's life, but at the same time, you want to see him succeed. He is brilliantly played by Simon Rex, who does an absolutely fantastic job with this film. It's an amazing performance. In fact, I can't work out why this film didn't get an Oscar nomination. I thought it should have. He is well supported by Susanna Sun, who is absolutely fantastic in this film as well, and she's definitely an actress to watch in the future. But look, if you like a kind of edgy film that's dramatic, sometimes it's got a little bit of comedy in there, I guess you could say, but if you want an edgy kind of drama, this is the film for you. I'm giving it 5 stars, and if you live in Australia, you'll be able to go out and grab this film right now, because the reason that we're reviewing it on this week's show is because it has just come to home entertainment in Australia, thanks to AHEDA, AHEDA, the Australian home entertainment guys who make sure that all of these amazing films get put out there onto all the different platforms. This one is now out on multiple platforms, so if you're looking for something to do this Easter, make sure you go out and grab yourself a copy of Red Rocket. Like I said, I'm giving it 5 stars.